The very first time I ever went shooting was whenever I was 5, and Dad let me shoot this 22. It was a revolver, and it looked like a cowboy gun, something that you carry on. He had a holster and everything for it, and I thought I was pretty cool walking around with the holster and the 22 at 5, and it was pretty fun.
Caitlin Francis, or Katie as her friends refer to her, is about as cute and sassy as they come. At 13 years of age, she is well-spoken, incredibly mature, and carries herself well in the company of adults. She has also just begun to catch the eye and interest of teenage boys at school. But Dad's not worried. Katie can handle her own.
Dad, he just kept asking me if I want to go out and shoot, and I was like, yeah, it's fun. I really like it. And then about 3 years ago, I started getting to bigger guns, and then I really liked that.
Hey, Katie, nice even pace. Boom, 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 boom. Don't just burn through it.
Okay.
I noticed when she first started shooting a gun, she was adept at it and very, very safe, to the point that my wife, her mom, won't shoot with us anymore because she was telling Mom, hey, you're doing this wrong. You got your finger on the trigger. Watch where you're pointing the gun, when she was 5 or 6.
Sergeant First Class Chad Francis, Katie's father, is the state marksmanship coordinator for the Missouri Army National Guard. He has served his country in uniform since the age of 17, from 1988 to present. From a tanker to infantryman, ranger to marksman, he has served in numerous capacities, graduating Air Assault School, Airborne School, and Army Ranger School. An active duty regular soldier from 1990 to 2000, he transitioned back into the Army National Guard and then deployed for a year in Iraq in 2003. Chad began introducing his daughters to firearms at an early age, not with the goal of making them shooters or tomboys, but more importantly, to teach them a healthy appreciation and respect for them, and the important safety aspects that should always accompany their use. With all the guns he had in his home, he never wanted his daughters to fear them, but respect them.
Well, Dad taught me that there's 10 gun safety rules, and he told me all of them. He'd make me say them over and over again. And there's this video, it's called the Eddie Eagle video, and it's from the NRA, and he made me watch that.
I started the kids at a young age with safety rules before they ever got to touch a gun, and I learned that from my dad, and he learned that from his dad, so it's just kind of a tradition.
Yeah, my dad's a real stickler about making me always be safe, always point this way, not that way, don't break the 180 rule, always have glasses, ears, everything like that.
Around the age of 9, Katie began to pester her dad about wanting to hunt and shoot. Though his wife wasn't exactly keen on the idea, he gave in to Katie's interests and started her out with a simple 22. At the age of 10, Dad bought her her first 9mm pistol, and that same year, she killed her first buck, an 8-point with an AR-15.
I knew she was going to enjoy shooting, and I've been shooting competitively since about 2000, and I don't know what, about 3 years ago, we probably started shooting some little local pistol competitions when she was able to handle it. And, you know, a lot of people come up to me and they may not say much about how well she shoots, but they're very impressed by how safe she is with a gun. And at that point, I knew she's ready for this, because this is a lot different than standing there shooting at a paper target. You're running around with loaded guns.
Her very first 3-gun event came at a Pro-Am 3-gun event in Kentucky. During the Castle Rock 3-Gun Nation event, Katie and her father were supposed to be range officers together at various stages. But when the event coordinator found himself short, he gave Katie a separate stage of her own.
You know, the ROs aren't going to give her any slack because she's 13, so it's a really big deal, and she can handle it, and she does well, and we haven't had anybody have any problems.
Today I was a range officer at the shooting event, and I got to shoot my rifle, my AR-15, my shotgun, and my pistol.
So you're gonna beat some of these men?
I hope so. Yeah.
She handled herself like a pro. Everyone complimented her and bragged on her performance to Dad throughout the 3-day event. But everyone took notice, including Dad, when Katie entered a team competition on the last day.
In 3-gun, I probably like the shotgun the most.
Why is that?
I like the shotgun the most because it's probably the newest for me, and I just like loading it and everything. I don't know, it's an all-around good gun.
It seems the Benelli team was short a member when the team shootout came. Half the proceeds were being given to Task Force Dagger, a nonprofit organization that supports wounded veterans, and the other half to the winning team. When Katie and Benelli won, Ben Fortin and Jeremy Parker from Benelli decided to give all the team winnings to Katie. But when she was called up and presented the check, she turned immediately and represented the check to the folks at Task Force Dagger. She wanted to honor the purpose of the event and, in so doing, made her father about as proud as a dad can be.
She does really well, and I firmly believe that ladies are better shooters than men because men have some kind of a complex about the big tough, I've got a gun in my hand. Women will actually listen to you when you try to teach them how to shoot, and she's done really good with that. And she listens to some of my buddies a little more than she does me because I'm her dad, and I understand that. So I've actually had her training with a couple friends of mine that are big 3-gun shooters. And it's worked out pretty good. I think she's got a future in it if she stays with it.
Women shooters, and good ones, are growing like wildfire across the country. And the NRA is doing its part to support and encourage them. Katie Francis is one of, if not the, youngest female junior shooters in the circuit. She loves the idea that events from 3-gun matches to the Olympic Games are all possibilities in her future, and that women's shooting is creating rising stars and female mentors that she can follow, admire, and look up to.
I kind of see a future for me in this. I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, it's great for us bonding, and you know, she's getting to meet a lot of people. She's getting to learn how to act around adults that she might not be familiar with or comfortable with, and that's a good thing for anybody. I mean, just getting out of your comfort zone. And you know, most kids her age won't ever be able to sit there and tell an adult, hey, watch the way your muzzle's pointing on a gun, because most kids are too timid to do that. Well, she's learning that because she has to down here.
Chad began competitively shooting at the USPSA and 3-gun matches in 1997 when he joined the Missouri Army National Guard, the same year that he received his Distinguished Pistol Badge. His daughter Katie now follows in his footsteps. They both have 3-gun events scheduled in the coming year, and neither can wait. Remember the name Katie Francis. I guarantee you'll be seeing her again.
I feel great. Yeah, it's awesome.